अस्तु आरम्भं कुर्मः। वन्दे तं मदवारणेन्द्रवदनं मद्भागधेयाकृतिं शुण्डादण्डसुचालनेन जगतां मायान्तरायामयान् विद्राव्यप्रणतिप्रसन्नहृदयो यो नुक्त एव स्वयं रक्षत्यन्वहमात्मनोति बिरुदं वैद्येशपुत्राभिधम्. Let us start today's class with a quick revision of the previous class. So, yes, and before starting today's class, I would just like to mention that the PPTs that I will be uploading will have pointers for you to study, like a few vyakaranamshas of so for example, if there is a long compound or a difficult compound, there will be I will give the vigraha for that, and some vyakarana details like this bhunjananam has a shanach pratyaya and things like that. But I will not be able to do it for every word that is there in the text. Given the length of the text, it will be very difficult to do such a task. It is a separate task by itself to do the padaparichaya for every word that is there in the grantha. But in the class, I would be telling you, and we will be seeing every word in detail. Okay, so I would request you to make notes in the class, okay, because it is very, very easy. It is highly likely that once you leave the class, you will forget it. So kindly take notes in the class. I think that would be very, very helpful, because we are going to see a long text, and it is highly likely that one forgets the previous portion very, very easily. It is possible. Okay. And as far the content is concerned, it is not very difficult. Nice stories, entertaining stories, they will stay in the mind. But as I mentioned in the first class, one of the objectives of taking this text in original and studying it is to enhance the language ability also, right? So for that, it would be great if you could make notes then and there. So we will start now. So yesterday we saw that the king, so he said that किं तया क्रियते धेन्वा या न सूतेन दुग्धदा कोर्थः पुत्रेण जातेन यो न विद्वान् न भक्तिमान्. So what is the point of having dull sums? He was lamenting and he said, Tadetesham yatha buddhi prabodhanam bhavati tatha kopi upayaha anushtiyatam. This sentence construction is unique to Indian language, right? It is very difficult for me to translate it into English in the same manner. So, jaisa aise ho vaisa karo. So, in Hindi also it is there. Yatha buddhi prabodhanam bhavati tatha kuru. So, how it will happen? Do something like that. So, think of some upaya so that their buddhi might be awakened. Atracha maddatam vrittim bhunjananam panditanam panchashati tishtati. So, here is a group of scholars who are surviving based on the livelihood that I have provided. So I am your palanakarta. I am taking care of you. So you should do this much for me. Tataha yatha mama manorathaha siddhim yanti tatha anushtiyatam. So do something so that my manorathas, my wishes will get fulfilled. So we saw this yesterday. Now, tatra yekaha provacha. Tatra ityuktau kim? Tatra mantri mandale yekaha provacha. Sachiva mandale yekaha provacha. Saha kim uktavan? Deva dvadashabhirvarshayir vyakaranam shruyate tato dharmashastrani manvadini arthashastrani chanakyadini कामशास्त्राणि वात्स्यायनादीनि एवञ्च ततः धर्मार्थ कामशास्त्राणि ज्ञायन्ते ततः प्रतिबोधनं भवति अथ तन्मध्यतः sumati. Okay, we'll see until here. So one of the ministers said this. Deva, Dvadashabhir varushair vyakaranam shruyate. He says that it takes around 12 years to learn Vyakarana. Dvadashabhihi varushaihi Vyakaranam shruyate. Now, shruyate here, pathyate iti noktam. It is not said that with 12 years, it takes 12 years to study Vyakarana, although the artha is that only, but you see the word, it says shruyate. Why does it say shruyate? Because traditionally, all the knowledge that we have had is only oral knowledge. Okay, so most of our knowledge has been orally transmitted through Guru Shishya Parampara. So that is why it is said Vyakaranam Shruyate. Shastrani Shruyante. So Shastras are learnt means what? Shastras are heard from the Guru. When they are heard from the Guru, they are learnt. Okay. So Dvadashabhihi, it's a very long journey, especially to cover a subject like Vyakarana. It takes a long time. Dvadashabhihi varushaihi Vyakaranam Shruyate. Tataha Tadanantaram Vyakarana Pathananantaram. So once you know that someone has raised hand, I will take questions at the end. If there is some disturbance, you can let me know now. So we were seeing that Dvadashabhihi Vyakaranam Shruyate. Tadanantaram Tataha Vyakarana Shastradhyayananantaram Dharma Shastrani Manvadini Arthashastrani Chanakyadini Kamashastrani Vatsyayanadini. So after the study of Vyakarana, one has to get into Manvadini Dharma Shastrani. So Dharma Shastras that begin with Manu. Okay, Manu Shastra, Manu Dharma Shastra, Manvadini. So Manu Dharma Shastra, etc. There are other Dharma Shastras as well. So many Smriti Granthas are there. All those Shastras have to be studied after these 12 years. Dharma Shastrani, Manvadini, Artha Shastrani, Chanakyadini. So Chanakya's Artha Shastra and other Artha Shastras that are there that deal with the same topic, the same domain. So many granthas have been written. All those have to be studied. And then Kama Shastra has to be studied. Vatsyayana Dini. So the Kama Shastra of Vatsyayana and other Kama Shastras that are there, all that has to be learned. Evancha Tataha Dharmartha Kama Shastrani Jnayante. Evancha, in this manner and after the study of all this, Vyakarana, Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra and Kama Shastra, in this manner, Dharma, Artha, Kama Shastrani Jnayante. This is the traditional manner of traditional method of studying these three Shastras. And then what happens? Tataha Pratibodhanam Bhavati. And only then the mind awakens. So the Raja has very easily told the Mantri that Yatha Yatesham Buddhi Prabodhanam Bhavati Tatha Kuruvantu. He has easily told, but is it an easy task? The minister is explaining to the king that it is not an easy task. It is an uphill task. One has to spend years of study and then the mind will be awakened. Tataha Pratibodhanam Bhavati. So when he is speaking in this way, atha, then tanmadhyataha. So mantri mandala madhyataha sumatir nama sachivaha praha. So there is another minister called Sumati. Okay, so he seems to be an intelligent person. That is why he is called Sumati. He here. Okay. He is an intelligent person. He understands the king's concern, and instead of giving him further shock, okay, he's already very depressed, okay, and this person is shocking him by revealing such details, okay, and spoiling his mood. So this guy is an intelligent person. So he says Sumati. That's why his name is Sumati. Sumatir nama sachivaha praha. So he says, Ashashvatoyam jivitavya vishayaha. Jivitavya vishayaha ashashvataha. So he is talking about the reality of life. What is the only reality, only thing that is permanent in this world that we see? That this is ashashvata. One can go away anytime. That is the only shashvata vishaya in this jiva. in this life, right? So he's pointing to that and says, Ashashvatoyam jivitavya vishayah. That being the case, and given the context of the king's depression and agony, one cannot propose such a solution that the dull princes spend the next 20-30 years of their life studying by the time the king will die. Okay, so he says ashashvatoyam jivitavya vishayah. So you have to think of an intelligent solution. Don't propose such an idea. That is his point, and he goes on. So here there is praha. Okay, aha. It is an irregular form. Okay, it is not a usual way the way we derive pathati, patataha, pathanti in latlakara, braviti. So similarly, in the same way, you cannot derive this. This is an irregular form, not a regular form, but it is bru dhatu only. Okay, bru dhatu in latlakara prathama purusha ekavachana. There is a form braviti. There is another form aha. Okay, both come from same dhatu, bru dhatu only, and it is a latlakara prayoga. It is a very different prayoga. I thought I should highlight that. So aha is bru dhatu, which belongs to the adadi gana, the second gana, and aha prathama purusha ekavachana. Now go to the. So he says shabda prabhuta kala jneyani shabda shastrani. Tat sankshepa matram shastram kinchidetesham prabodhanartham chintyatam. So the Subati says, Shabda shastrani prabhuta kala jneyani. Now these Shabda shastras are prabhuta kala jneya. Prabhutam. Prabhutam means a lot. Okay. So prabhuta kala means a lot of time. Prabhuta kalena jneyani. So these shastras take a lot of time. One has to spend a very, very long time in learning these Shabda shastras that you have mentioned. Vyakarana, Artha shastra, this shastra, that shastra. All this takes a very, very long time. But then given in this context, Sankshepa matram shastram kinchit yetesham prabodhanartham chintyatam. So please think of something. Chintyatam. So please think. May you think. Okay. Chintyatam. It is in lot lakara. Chintyatam. Sankshepa matram shastram. So some kind of a sankshepa. Okay, which carries the essence of all these shastras, but is not very long. Okay, it is very short but comprehensive, and it is covering the essence of all these shastras. Such a shastra you may think of. Why uktam cha yataha. So he is going to quote another traditional verse. Why am I saying this? I am not saying this out of my own fancy, but it is told like this. Uktamcha. It is being told. It has been told for generations. So this is available as traditional knowledge. And what is that? What does the tradition say? Anantaparam kila shabda shastram swalpam tathayur bahavascha vignaha saram tato grahyam apasya phalgu hamsair yatha kshiramivambu madhyat. Once again, I will chant the verse. Anantaparam kila shabda shastram swalpam tathayur bahavascha vignaham sam tato grahyam apasya phalgu hamsair yatha kshiramivambu madhyat. How do we do the Anvaya? It's a very easy shloka, but it is a very, very, very powerful verse. It captures the essence of entire Indian civilization and knowledge systems. How we look at things. Okay. So we always look at the big picture. This is something that I told, that I mentioned on the very first day in the class. It is something that differentiates Indian Shastras from modern sciences. Okay. That are filled with a lot of details, and most of them are insignificant. But then it is very difficult to get the big picture from the detail. But when you have the big picture, you can always fill in the details. And this Sara is that principle. Saram means the essence, the big picture, the principle. That is the Sara. Yeah. So this minister rightly says, Anantaparam kila Shabda Shastram. So Shabda Shastra, you say it can be learned in a few years, but it is even beyond that. One day, it takes a lifetime to see the end of Shastra. So Param yasya nasti. Okay. Anantam. The Param is, there is no end. Okay. There is no anta to the para. Okay. Of these Shabda Shastras. They keep learning. Okay, so that will go on and on and on. There is no end to it. Anantaparam kila Shabda Shastram. Shabda Shastram Anantaparam kila. But then our Ayuhu is Swalpam. Tatha Ayuhu Swalpam. But Ayuhu is very, 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 very short. We have a very short lifespan. A lot of things to learn. Huge repository of knowledge that is available with us. We cannot take it all in one lifetime. It is so huge. So Ayuhu Swalpam. Moreover, it is, even if we are going to spend the entire lifetime, let us say that we want to spend our entire lifetime in acquiring knowledge through these Shastras, Vignaha Bahavaha Sandhi. So many impediments are there on our path. Even if we decide on something, we cannot reach there, because after all, our internal mind and internal things may be under our control. Even that is possible only but otherwise external circumstances are totally not in our control, and there can be so many impediments from the outside world for our goals, right? So Vignaha Bahavaha Santi. So what can be done? Tataha Phalgu Apasya Saram Grahyam. Tasmat, therefore, Tataha Phalgu Apasya. You remove the Phalgu. Phalgu is that which is Nissara, which does not have essence. Okay, which is meaningless. So you remove all the meaningless stuff. Phalgu Apasya Saram Grahyam. The essence has to be taken. How? Yatha Hamsaihi Ambumadhyat Kshiram. So the way Hamsa Pakshinaha Ambumadhyat Yatha Taihi Kshiram Grihyate. So the way a Hamsa Pakshi separates milk from water, and it knows very well that water is not required. It takes what is needed for it. It takes the milk, okay? It takes in Kshira and removes Jala. Similarly, we also have to remove Phalgu and take the Sara. So the Sara has to be learned. So what is Shastras? Shastra is any kind of a knowledge. Okay? It is Shastra. You say Dharma Shastra. So that knowledge repository that gives us, that deals with dharma and that educates us about dharma is Dharma Shastra, like Manu Dharma Shastra. There is Manusmriti that is called Manu Dharma Shastra. It deals with the principles of dharma. It educates us about dharma. So it is a Shastra. Similarly, there is Kama Shastra, which talks to, which educates us about Kama, about desire and love and the pleasures of life. That is a Shastra. So anything that will coherently explain these principles to you, the collection of that, the repository that will explain these principles in a coherent manner is a Shastra. So we have a Vyakarana Shastra, Kama Shastra, Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra, and so on. Okay, so I hope it is now. Okay, so Phalgu Apasya. So we have to remove all the Phalgu, okay, all the insignificant details we have to remove, and we have to take the essence. Because once we have the essence, we can always expand on the essence using our own buddhi and using our own creative functions. It is possible to expand on the essence and fill in the details. But if you just have the details with you and you don't know the principle at all, you are lost. So that is why the shloka conveys this important idea of taking the essence, which is the very essence of the Indian tradition. Saram tato grahya tasmat. Kasmat, because Shabda Shastra is ananda and Ayu is very less, and there are a lot of Vignas. Tasmat Karanat, Saram, Phalgu Apasya Saram Grahyam. Katham Hamsaihi Yatha Ambu Madhyat, Toya Madhyam, Yatha Hamsaihi Grihyate, Tathaiva Asmabhirahi, Phalgu Apasya Saram Grahyam. So he says this. Now, so once, so he goes on, he continues. He says, Tadatrasti Vishnu Sharma Nama Brahmanaha Kalashastra Parangamaha Chhatra Samsadi Labdha Kirtihi Tasmai Samarpayatu Yetan Saha Nunam Drak Prabuddhan Karishyati Saha Raja Tadakaranya Vishnu Sharmana Mahuya Pasha. So the Sumati, he says the suggestions of the previous minister, they don't make, it's not a very intelligible solution. So I am proposing an intelligible solution. He says, what is the view of the tradition, Saram Grahyam Ityadi, and then also gives a concrete, provides a concrete help to the king. He says, Tadatra Asti Vishnu Sharma Nama Brahmana. There is this Brahmana called Vishnu Sharma. Saha Kidrishaha Atraiva Asti. Vishnu Sharma Nama Brahmana Atra Vartate Asmin Nagare Vartate. Atra Vartate. Saha Kidrishaha Sakala Shastra Parangamaha Chhatra Samsadi Labdha Kirtihi. Phalgu uta phalguhu kim shuddham. Phalgu ityeva shuddham. Shuddham rupam phalgu ityeva. Okay. So Sakala Shastra Parangamaha. He is just like this king. Sakala Shastra Parangataha. So he has studied all the Shastras and seen the end of those Shastras. So he's a scholar. He is an expert. Also, Chhatra Samsadi Labdha Kirtihi. So he is very famous among the students. So he is the student favorite teacher. So somebody who is just a Sakala Shastra Parangama cannot educate these kids. Okay, they're already dumb-witted. So one has to be a very good teacher in order to educate them. So this person is both. He is both Sakala Shastra Parangama and Chhatra Samsadi Labdha Kirtihi. In this context, I think it is in the Prashnottara Ratnamalika of Adi Shankara, where there is a question. I think it is in the Prashnottara Ratnamalika. I am not sure of the work, but I just remember listening to this from my guru. Ko Guruhu. There is a question that the student asks the teacher, what is the lakshana of a guru? How do I identify that somebody is a guru? So there he says a wonderful answer. Adhigata tattvaha shishyahitaya udyataha satatam. So he needs to have two qualifications and both of them are mandatory. Adhigata tattvaha. So he has to be somebody who has known the truth. Okay, who knows how things are, who knows things as they are. Adhigatam tattvam yena saha adhigata tattvaha. So he has to be proficient in his field, okay, whatever his domain of knowledge. In that field, he has to be proficient. He should have seen the end of it. He should know all possibilities of questions and samadhanas. He should know all that. Okay, adhigata tattvaha. If this is there, he cannot be a good teacher. If this alone is not the sufficient condition to become a teacher, he should also be interested in the welfare of the student always. Ever interested in the welfare of the student. Shishya hitaya udyataha satatam. So he has to be interested in Shishya hitaya udyataha. He is always enthusiastic to do good to the student. Shishya hitaya saha udyataha asti. Udyataha means he is krita prayatnaha vartate. He is always putting effort. He is enthusiastic about bringing welfare to the student in different ways. He is always occupied about how do I give the best to this child so that he can learn in the best possible way. These kind of ideas must fill his mind and he must also be proficient in his subject. That is the lakshana for a guru, which incidentally here Vishnu Sharma possesses. So he is also Sakala Shastra Parangama and Chhatra Samsadi Labdhakirti. He is very famous among the students. Means what? Students like his teaching and he is always interested in their welfare. Students are very smart in identifying a teacher that a student generally respects, worships and loves. He is a person who is who must be Shishya Hitaya Udyataha, right? So somebody who is famous in the student circles must be, most likely must be interested in the welfare of the student. So he seems to be qualifying both these conditions. And Chhatra Samsadi Labdha Kirtihi, Labdha Kirtihi Yena Saha Labdha Kirtihi. The one who has got Kirti. Kirti is a Strilinga Pada, Labdha Kirtihi Yena Saha. Meva Chhatra Samsadi iti padam vartate. Samsadi iti saptami vibhakyantam padamidam. Samsadi is saptami vibhakyanta. It is ending in saptami vibhakti. And samsad itself is a strilinga pada. Okay. So tasmai samarpayatu yetan. So this Sumati says, so please go and offer your children to him. Please go offer to him and leave them under his tutelage. Don't worry. Saha noonam drak prabuddhan karishyati. Saha noonam nishchaya rupena. Definitely. Prabuddhan karishyati. He will make them awakened. So he will make their dull intellect shine. Prabuddhan karishyati. Tadapi drak karishyati. So that is another constraint this king has, right? It has to be done soon. It is not that you leave those sons in the tutelage of this guru, come after 20 years. Not like that. Immediately. He wants immediate results because he wants a successor to his throne. So Sumati says, don't worry. Saha noonam nishchaya rupena karishyati drak karishyati. Immediately he will do. He will do it in a very short span of time. So you do not have to worry. Saha Raja tadakaranya. Having listened to that suggestion from Sumati, Vishnu Sharmanam ahuya. So he called Vishnu Sharma, okay, and provacha, and told him and spoke to him thus. What did he tell Vishnu Sharma? Bhoho Bhagavan Madanugrahartham Yetan Arthashastram Prati Dragyatha Ananya Sadrishan Vidadhasi Tatha Kuru. So he has called Vishnu Sharma Bhoho Bhagavan, Bhoho Swamin. So I have come to you seeking your refuge. So he is addressing him as Bhagavan, Bhoho Bhagavan. Somehow you have to help me. Madanugrahartham. In order to do anugraha. Anugraha means what? To bless somebody. To have compassion on somebody and bless them. So be compassionate with me, and for the sake of bestowing anugraha on me, what do you do? Yetan mama putran. So these children of mine, these sons of mine, arthashastram prati dragyatha. There is a sandhi here. Drak yatha. Okay. Here, madanugrahartham yetan arthashastram prati drak. There is a sandhi. When you join them together, it will become dragyatha. Okay. So when you split it, drak yatha ananya sadrishan vidadhasi tatha kuru. So the same yatha tatha prayoga is seen here once again. So you have to make them proficient in Artha Shastra. Okay. Now, what does Artha Shastra include? We have seen it in the first day. It includes economics, wealth management, political science, Niti, Dharma, everything. All this together comes under the umbrella of Artha Shastra, so that they become competent kings. That is the requirement. So whatever a king has to know in order to be able to administrate a city or a Rajya properly, please educate them on that. And that is called Arthashastra. Arthashastram prati drak, very soon, Yatha ananya sadrishan vidadhasi. See, his requirement is huge. Okay, so he says you have to make them ananya sadrishaha. Ananya sadrishaha means what? Anyaihi sadrishaha nabhavanti. These are dumb-witted fellows. Okay, and the king's requirement is to make them not like others. That means what? Anyaihi sadrishaha nabhavanti. They should not be like others who have studied Arthashastra. That means what? You will have to make them excellent. Sarvotkrushtan vidadhasi. So you make them excellent. Okay. Yatha karishya. Yatha ananya sadrishan vidadhasi tatha kuru. So adopt some means by which they will become ananya sadrishaha. They will become excellent. Sarvotkrushtaha. It's a huge requirement. Right? Then what will I do in return? Tada aham tvam shasana shatena yojayishyami. Says, I will offer you 100 land grants. Okay. Shasanam refers to Rajadatta Bhumi, the land grant which is given by a king. Okay. So usually in the olden days, kings used to give land grants to Brahmanas. And this king is offering 100 such land grants. Okay, lands. I can give you that. Okay. Shasana shatena yojayishyami. Yojana means to join. So I will join you with 100 land grants. It is literally, it means I will give you. So, okay. Atha. So I hope this is clear. Now there is this pada ananya sadrishan we saw. Anyaihi sadrishaha nabhavanti iti ananya sadrishaha. Tan ananya sadrishan. Arthat sarvotkrushtan ityartha. Vidadhasi iti padam asti. In vidadhasi, vi is upasarga. We can separate that. Dadhasi is there. Now this, the dhatu here is just dha. Okay. There is doubling up that is happening. The dha gets doubled. Dadha. It is becoming dadha. Why? Because this dhatu is listed in juhotyadi gana. Okay. So all the dhatus that are listed in this gana get doubled up. Okay, like jahati. Okay, you might have heard this word jahati. The dhatu is only ha. Okay, but it becomes jaha. Okay, jahati. Similarly, juhoti. It's only who is the dhatu, but it becomes juhoti. Similarly, dha is the dhatu, but it doubles up and it becomes dadhasi. Okay, vidadhasi, of course, vi upasarga is added. Now, dha, juhotyadihi, latlakara, madhyama purusha, ekavachana, we know. It's like pathasi. Sounds like pathasi, right? Madhyama purusha, ekavachana. And shasanam is rajadatta bhubihi, land grant, we saw. Atha, Vishnu Sharma, tam rajanam aha. Now, Vishnu Sharma replies to the king. What does he say? Deva, shruyatam me tathyavachanam. Naham vidya vikrayam shasana shatenapi karomi. Punaha etan tava putran masa shatkena yadi niti shastragyan na karomi tataha swanamatyagam karomi. So this Vishnu Sharma is kind of offended, okay, with the words of the king. So why should he be offended? Because the king thinks that he can demand a huge, huge thing, like, providing vidya to these dumb-witted fellows. Okay, and he wants it to happen very for 100 land grants. Okay, he can trade it for shasana shata. That is the idea of the king. Okay, Vishnu Sharma is very offended. He does not like that idea. He says, listen to me. Shruyatam me tathyavachanam. So listen to my satyavachanam. Tathyam means satyam. Okay, tathyam. Satyam ityarthaha. Listen to my final word. Okay, this is my final word. Naham vidya vikrayam shasana shatena api karomi. Na aham becomes naham vidya vikrayam. Vidyayaha vikrayam shasana shatena api karomi. So I will not sell vidya for the sake of 100 lands and all. I won't do that. Vidya vikrayam na karomi. Etat tathyavachanam. This is my final word and this is the truth. Okay, listen to it once and for all. But then I can offer my guidance and I can educate your sons. Punaha etan tava putran masa shatkena. So also he makes a pratignya. He says, etan tava putran, these children of yours, these sons of yours, masa shatkena yadi niti shastrajnan nakaromi. So if I do not make them well versed in Niti Shastra within a span of 6 months. So he is setting his own deadline. Okay. So the king never asked for 6 months. He only said Drak, but he is offering his own deadline. He says, Masha Shatka, I am going to fix a deadline. And if I am not going to be able to fulfill my own pratignya, Swanamatyagam. So we say that, right? I'll change my name. Peramartikira says the same thing. Swanamatyagam karomi. I will change my name. Okay, I will leave my name. Means what? Whatever is associated with this name. Okay, Vishnu Sharma. So leaving your name means what? Leaving entirely your maryada, right? So he says that I will leave all that. I am ready to leave all the dignity and respect that I receive. Okay, because of who I am. Because of my vidut, okay, only I have all that, okay, my name and respect and dignity that I receive is because of my learning. But if I am not able to take up this challenge and fulfill this, I shall give up, is what he declares. So here, yeah, not many difficult words. So, atha asau raja tam brahmanasya asambhavyam pratigyam shrutva sasachivaha prahrishtaha vismayanvitaha tasmai sadaram tan kumaran samarpya param nirvritim ajagama. Now, atha, then what happened? The moment Vishnu Sharma told this, so the moment Vishnu Sharma mentions this, okay, he's very happy, he's relieved. Nobody has ever promised this to him. Okay, nobody has promised this. So he's extremely happy. He says, Atha Asau Raja, that king, Saha Raja, Tam Brahmanasya Asambhavyam Pratignyam Shrutva. Brahmanasya. So listening to that Brahmanas Asambhavya Pratignya. Okay. Sa Pratignya Kidrishi Asambhavya. He knows for himself that it is almost impossible. Okay. Because he knows his sons. So he knows it is almost impossible. Even then, he is very happy because no one told him this so far. So Brahmanasya Asambhavyam Tam Pratignyam. Listening to that impossible vow of that Brahmana. Brahmanasya Asambhavyam Tam Pratignyam Shrutva. Having heard, Sasachivaha Prahrishtaha. He is happy along with all the ministers. The ministers are also happy. Okay. Why? Because he will not eat their heads. No? So just now he threatened them. Okay. So find me some solution. And now they are also free. So everyone is happy. Sasachivaha Prahrishtaha. It's very happy. Also a bit surprised. Vismayanvitaha. See, he is also curious. Okay. He's not really sure. He's appreciating Vishnu Sharma, but he's also quite, shocked. Is this even possible? Why is this old man making such a huge claim? Okay. But so he's Vismayanvitaha. So he's a bit surprised and he is kind of curious. Okay. And he most likely feels that, he might not be able to do it. So, but still he takes it lightly. And anyway, because nobody is going to help him, this is the only guy who is offering help. So he goes ahead. Tasmai Vishnu Sharmane. So to that Vishnu Sharma, Sadaram Tan Kumaran Samarpya. Sadaram, with respect, he bows down to Vishnu Sharma and offers Samarpya. Tan Kumaran Samarpya. Tan Kumaran, those children, those putras, those sons of him who are dull-minded, he is offering them to Vishnu Sharma. He is going to leave them in his tutelage. Samarpya, param nirvritim ajagama. So he attained some real peace after a long time. So nirvritihi means susthitihi. So after a long time he is fine. Sukham. Okay. He's after a long time he's feeling happy. He's feeling relieved, like a huge burden is off his shoulders. Nirvritim ajagama. Ajagama means attained. Okay. Now we'll see the padas that are here. Asau is a sarvanama pada. Okay. And it is a pullinga sarvanama. The mula shabda is adas. Okay. So in the pullinga ekavachana, it becomes asau, amu, ami, evam rupena, rupani bhavan. Kathamupurusha ekavachana is asau. And see, ajagama, once again here, in this lakara, okay, there are 10 lakaras. I hope you would have heard of it, lat, ling, lot, etc. There is this lit lakara, okay, it's one kind of a past tense, okay, where we saw babhuva, right? Doubling up happened there, that was also lit. Now this jagama is happening, this is also lit, okay. Now gam dhatu doubles up and it becomes jagama. Of course, a is an upasarga which is added later, a jagama, attained. A plus gam, lit lakara, prathama purusha, ekavachana, ajagama, iti rupam bhavati. Nirvritihi isa. Then, now, what happens? Raja samarpitavan. Tasmai samarpitavan. Tasmai vidushe samarpitavan. He offered his sons. He left them at his tutelage. Now, what did Vishnu Sharma do? Vishnu Sharmanapi tanadaya tadartham Mitrabheda mitraprapti kakolukiya labdha pranasha aparikshita karakani cheti panchatantrani rachayitva pathitaha te rajaputraha. Now I will split the sandhis here. Looks like quite a number of sandhis are here. Vishnu Sharmana api, savarna dirgha only, it is easy. Vishnu Sharmana api tan adaya tadartham, tat artham tadartham iti bhavati. Mitrabheda mitraprapti kakolukiya labdha pranasha aparikshita karakani cha iti panchatantrani rachayitva pathitaha te rajaputraha. Now this is in passive voice, so might be a bit difficult, but we'll decode it. Te rajaputraha, those rajaputras, those sons of the king, pathitaha, they were taught. Okay, they were taught. Rajaputra, te rajaputraha pathitaha, those sons of the kings were tutored, were taught. By whom? Vishnu Sharmana. Vishnu Sharmana pathitaha. So they were taught by Vishnu Sharma. Okay. How? Tanadaya. So having taken them into his tutelage, they were taught by Vishnu Sharma. Tanadaya. And the Tanadaya means having taken. Okay. Having taken whom? Those people, for the sake of imparting Niti Shastra Jnana. Tadartham, for their sake, in order to educate them, for their sake, what did he do? Mitrabheda mitra samprapti kakolukiya labdha pranasha aparikshita karakani cheti panchatantrani rachayitva. So how did he teach them? They were taught by Vishnu Sharma. Te rajaputraha Vishnu Sharmana pathitaha. Katham pathitaha? Panchatantrani rachayitva pathitaha. So by the writing or creation of these 5 tantras, for their sake, Vishnu Sharma, they were taught. It's just an indirect way of telling. Quite unintuitive for us when we hear it for the first time, but it is quite normal. This is how sentences, most of the sentences that we might encounter are in passive voice, in karmani prayoga. So Vishnu Sharmana te rajaputraha pathitaha panchatantrani rachayitva. So he composed the 5 tantras. We have already seen the names, and he taught them. Itya Masashatkena yathoktaha samvrittaha. And they also, what happened to them? Tan adhitya. Okay. Tan in here in the okay. Tan adhitya. Having learned, okay, whatever was composed by Vishnu Sharma, Tan adhitya masashatkena, within a span of 6 months, yathoktaha samvrittaha, they became just as was told by Vishnu Sharma. What did he promise? He promised the king to make them great Niti Shastrajnas, which he made, which he achieved. Yathoktaha samvrittaha. Tataf prabhriti, from that time onwards, okay, from the time of this incident, etat panchatantrakam nama Niti Shastram. So this Niti Shastra called Panchatantra, balavabodhanartham bhutale pravritam. So bhutale pravritam, this has been going on and on and on in this world. It has been going on for what? Balavabodhanartham, in order to teach balas. Okay, in order to teach young minds. Okay, now we have to understand bala here does not literally mean a child. Okay, so the one who is new to Niti Shastra is a bala as far as Niti Shastra is concerned. Okay, so somebody who is new to Ayurveda Shastra will be a bala. He might be 80 years old. Okay, but as far as Ayurveda Shastra is concerned, he is still a bala. Similarly, as far as Niti Shastra is concerned, we all are balas because we do not know. We are just going to start our study. So Niti Shastram balavabodhanartham bhutale pravritam. We must not take it as literally just belonging to children or just worth only teaching children, etc. It is for everybody. It is for anybody who is interested in Niti. Kim bahuna. What more? Adhite ya idam shastra. Nityam. So this is a verse with which this Kathamukha ends. So I will chant the verse and then we'll go to the meaning. Adhiteya idam nityam niti shastram shrunoti cha napara bhavamapnoti shakradapi kadachana. Adhiteya idam nityam niti shastram shrunoti cha napara bhavamapnoti shakradapi kadachana. So yaha idam niti shastram, yaha janaha, yaha manushyaha idam niti shastram, this niti shastra, panchatantrakyam niti shastram, nityam adhite shrunoti cha. So the one who learns, okay, so the one who learns it and hears it from a guru. Adhite shrunoti cha saha kadachana shakradapi parabhavam na apnoti. He does not get defeated even by Shakra. Shakra is Indra. So even from Indra, he has nothing to worry. He need not fear Indra also because kadachana never. Shakradapi parabhavam. Shakradapi parabhavam ityasya parajayam ityarthaha. So defeat. He need not bother, he need not worry about being defeated even by Indra himself, Shakra, the all-powerful. So this is a eulogical verse which is praising the greatness of this Shastra. This is so good. It's a high-quality Niti Shastra. So this verse is just showering praise on the Shastra. So adhite, if you see this form, might look a bit different. Comes from in gatau dhatu. Okay, so ing is the dhatu. So it means adhyayane, smarane. Okay, so the meaning of ing, okay, it's used in the sense of adhyayana, smarana, etc. So again, latlakara, but atmane pada usage. Okay, atmane pada, because you see adhite is there. This is like pathate. It's not pathati, it's not adhiti or something, it's adhite. So atmane pada, you can figure that out. Latlakara only, prathama purusha, ekavachana. So I think with this we can close for today. And from the next class onwards, we are going to be entering the proper text. Okay, proper Mitrabheda text we will begin from next Tuesday. So if there are any questions, hands raised, I can take them now. We have 5 more minutes, which I can take in the next class also if Yes. Varadan Mahodaya. Yes, Mahodaya. I think you can unmute yourself and talk. Speak.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Hello. Hello. Sahana Bhagini, is it audible?
Oh, yes, Bhagini, it's audible.
Okay. What type of assessment? We will let you know, Mahodaya. We will let you know. Okay, it's just the second, third class. So we'll let you know that. Okay. Indu Kumar Mahodaya. Indu Kumar Mahodaya. Please. Mahodaya. Yes, I think you can unmute yourself.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Namaste.
Namaste, Bhagini. Bhagini, technical doubt asti, mama. Pata vishaya nasti. Eka technical doubt asti.
Prichhatu. Prichhatu. Chinta nasti.
In the link, eppadi na join pandrathu every time. How do I join? I find it very difficult. I join late in the class actually because. Is there any way where there is a link where I just click on the link? How do I get
I think
into
you can. I think it is a way. It's very simple. After this revamp, I think in the new portal, you just have to say join the class in your student portal. You go to your student dashboard and you can just say join class.
It just takes me to view schedule and all. There and all, I don't see any option to join. So every time I go to the enroll and from that enroll I join from there, which is I think not
Sahana
the right.
Bhagini, can you help here, please?
Bhagini, I can help you. Namaste, Bhagini.
Namaste, Bhagini.
If you just log into the website, you'll be directly taken to the dashboard, Bhagini.
Okay.
In dashboard itself, in a right side, there will be a box like kind of thing where the particular course today's classes, and the today's classes section, you'll be seeing the today's classes with the timing. After teacher starts the class, you'll be getting a join now button. Just click on that, you'll be coming to the class.
Okay, Bhagini, I will try this. I will try this.
Okay, Bhagini.
Because I was finding it very difficult. Yeah.
Okay, or else you can watch the help videos in our website. I think that may help you.
Okay, Bhagini, I will do that also. Then you are.
Okay. Okay. Bhagini, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Ravi Mahodaya.
Unmute. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Actually, I was suggesting the solution for the problem she had. So you should be getting those mails, right? Every week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Just click on that link. It directly takes you to the Zoom app. Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah. You're audible.
Yeah. So that is the straightforward way. That's what I do. So open the mail, click on Zoom link or join the meeting, and it directly brings me to the Zoom app.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, Bala Subramanian Mahodaya.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
I just wanted to know whether the usage of Bala here is something similar to what is used in the Gita in verse 5.4. Sankhya pratak balaha pravadana panditaha.
Yes, it should be the same.
Ekamapyastita samyak ubhayo vindate iti.
Most likely it should be the same.
Okay, just wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Shankar Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Namaste.
That I normally heard the word in many stories, parangataha. Here, Sakala Shastra parangamaha. What is the difference between gataha, gamaha?
It is, in fact, when I was looking, I was trying to actually find out the Vyakarana difference myself. I have not yet found a satisfying answer, so I will do it. I will give you in the next class. Okay, thank you for bringing this question.
Thank you.
So I will do it in the next class. Thank you. That is all. I think we do not have any more questions. What is meant by sa vi written in previous? Oh, sa vi saptami vibhakti. Okay. So we always, whenever I'm trying to give the pada parichaya of a nama pada, we will stand for vibhakti. Soft copy will be shared soon. I think I have, I delayed it a bit. It will be available on the course portal. And class at 6:45 or 7. On Tuesdays, it is from 6:45 to 7:45. And on Wednesdays, it is from 7 to 8. So I hope we can close the session now. No more questions. Dhanyavadaha. Namaskaraha. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.